This is a story about us, humans. It's a story about you and me and people like you and me. The last weeks I was on Lesbos, an island I know by heart. Every summer during my studies, I used to party and eventually bartend there, tapping beers, making cocktails, having and giving people a good time. Fun. That's what Lesbos always was to me. The last year, the island and its people have been under a lot of strain due to the seemingly endless stream of refugees that come ashore there. I felt that I had to go back. Thanks to my Egyptian parents, I speak Arabic, I know some Greek, and I'm a medical doctor. So I went, not knowing what to expect. The moment I left the airport of Mytilene, reality struck me in the face. I saw a whole procession of refugees on the highway making their way to the city. It was a gray day with gusts of wind bending trees and heavy showers to top it off. In the port of the city, I saw hundreds and hundreds of people. Some were sleeping under a blanket. Some were waiting for a dry blanket. And some were lining up for the only available water tap to wash themselves, to get something to drink. Up north, where I used to stay and work, I saw the beaches again. But these were not the beautiful pebble beaches I remember. Instead, I saw numerous of rubber boats and thousands of life jackets. Orange, red, blue. On the first day that I joined the Boat Refugee Foundation, I started my shift with a medical team. We were driving up and down a mountain dirt road between two villages. Halfway, my fellow doctor stopped, pointed to a little orange spot in the sea and said, "There, that's a boat." 20 minutes out. We waited a bit, and as we waited, more vessels appeared. I think I saw 5 or 6 of them, all of them heading to our island, and all of them heading to a different beach. Our boat was going to land on a beach that was particularly difficult to reach by car, so we got out, took our equipment, and had a 50-minute walk down the mountain. We arrived the same time as the refugees did, so we helped them ashore and got wet feet. I was shocked to see how many people they fitted on that boat. It was packed until the very last inch, with the women and children hiding in the hull. I think we pulled out 60 people out of one single rubber boat. Most of them were shivering due to cold and rain, but some of them were having a panic attack. And the only thing we could do is hand them a thermal blanket and comfort them by saying that they have arrived safely. One boy was screaming of pain. Somebody had stepped on his foot, and he may have broken a bone. I quickly took out some painkillers and gave him some, just to calm him down. These boats kept coming, day in, day out, sometimes one by one, but more often half a dozen at the same time. On a busy day, 50 boats would arrive. It started as early as sunrise and continued way beyond sunset, even until 3 in the morning. On the 28th of October, an old fishing boat was used to transport 250 people into Greek waters. What should have been an easy ride turned out to be a mid-sea tragedy. The boat capsized. News spread fast among all the doctors, nurses, and paramedics in the area. And we all rushed to the harbor to join the local emergency effort. But there was none. We were standing there alone. There was no local coordinated emergency response. There was no equipment apart from what we brought ourselves. So we got to work and improvised a so-called crash site. Soon, the Coast Guard would come and drop off 3 boys, all of them that had drowned. Amidst the chaos and panic that was happening around us, we mentally closed ourselves off and focused on the patient in our hands and started to revive what seemed like a lost cause. I think 20 minutes passed until we got a sign of life. The boy was gasping for air. And that was our cue to keep on going. As soon as we stabilized him, we put him in the ambulance and rushed him to the clinic. An hour after the first drop-off by the Coast Guard, another boat from the Coast Guard came again with more children that had drowned or nearly drowned. We went straight into the next CPR situation. And then another one. And another one. And so on. Our team participated in 7 successful resuscitations of nearly dead children. Most of them lived through the week. But unfortunately, some of them had passed away. My time on Lesbos consisted of many highs and lows. But sometimes, when a boat sinks, you only have lows, lows, and more lows until you hit rock bottom. But something else struck me too during my time on Lesbos. It takes people like you and me to help people like you and me. We are in the middle of a full-blown humanitarian crisis, and it's happening at the borders of our European Union. Greece is too broke to take adequate action, and the local authorities are too inexperienced to contain the situation. They are in dire need of funding and expertise. Funding and expertise from you and me to help people like you and me. The word refugee sounds bad, but to most it's an abstract notion. But every refugee is a person, a child, a mother, a grandfather. They are artists, bakers, civil servants, doctors, entrepreneurs, and perhaps also some public speakers. They are people with skills and knowledge, hopes and dreams. I once met an Afghan girl who acted as a translator for her ill father. And while I was taking the medical case, I asked her, "Is this your whole family?" She hopefully gazed and said, "Me? No, I am still single." Hopes and dreams. Another time, I met an Afghan boy who I think wasn't older than 8 years. He spoke English fluently, and he saved my life the day I met him, because he acted as a translator for all the medical cases I had. His name is Nasser, and I'd like you to meet him. Nasser, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, hello, my name is Nasser, and my father's name is Monique. I'm from Afghanistan, and I know you will be so excited to learn English so very well that I thank your company very much to helping us, and thank you very much.
Yes. Nasser, tell me, what's your favorite country in the world?
My favorite country is USA and Germany.
Nice. And where do you want to go to now?
I want to go Germany and USA too.
Oh, both?
Yeah, both.
Okay, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Which pizza?
Every kind of it.
Every kind of them, good. Okay. And what do you want to become later?
When I was young, I want to be a president.
Of which country?
Of United States.
Deal. Hopes and dreams. Let's give them a chance to make their hopes and dreams come true. I think we can. Before I became a doctor, I swore the oath of Hippocrates. It's a big deal to physicians because these are our core values. The oath itself is normative, saying things like, do no harm, alleviate suffering, don't make a distinction based on age, race, religion, ethnicity, nationality, gender, sexual orientation, language, health, or handicap. To me and all the doctors in the world, these values are obvious. I think it's time to extend the practice of this oath. I think it's time we all took this oath. Every single one of us. Because reading the oath out aloud will hopefully make us read between the lines and discover the core of living, the core of humanity. Do no harm. Do not close your eyes from suffering. Act. We are faced with a humanitarian crisis, a crisis that's probably going to worsen in the foreseeable future. Today is tomorrow's history. Our children and grandchildren will one day read about this, the refugee crisis of 2015. What will they learn about us? About our decisiveness? About our determination? About our sense of humanity? So let's act. Now, maybe you are doing your part, and that's great, and I thank you for that. But maybe you haven't done so because you don't know where to begin. It's easy. Here's how. Offer your time and expertise to your local volunteering groups. Donate money to the NGOs that have their boots on the ground. And if you have time to spare, join one of them and lend a hand on one of the Greek islands. You don't have to be a doctor to make a difference. Everyone can make a change. Everyone can alleviate suffering. Time to act. Now, because this is a story about us humans. This is a story about you and me and people like you and me. Thank you very much.